Fellowship has nothing to do with the modicum of the communication. It has so much to do with intimacy. And sometimes it can be expressed in diverse ways. The burden of life is too heavy. Sometimes it is such an atmosphere of love as you make contact with God that you get revitalized. Sometimes you can wake up and feel so depressed. You can wake up and feel so tired. When you step into the presence of God, He gladdens your heart and gladdens your soul and refreshes you. I wake up with a heavy burden in my heart, especially for China. I had an encounter. I was in an encounter and I saw a lot of chaos going on in China. It burdens me. I actually saw a lot of things crashing in China. It was as though it's a fall from grace to grass. I saw a lot of suffering in the country. I saw a lot of chaos. So many disasters hitting them here and there. I saw many of their sectors broken because of poor administration, poor leadership and management. I further saw many sectors falling, especially there's a great need for intercession upon their sector of aviation. I see a lot of planes going to crash. I don't know why. I see a lot of manipulation going on within China. The Lord is demanding for us to awake, to rise and pray. I know we are approaching perilous times, but intercessors are not supposed to rejoice over any kind of the strength of the devil. They are supposed to make the devil weak in a region. I see a lot of political issues coming up also within the country. I think right now they need serious prayer like never before. I see their economy crashing so bad. I mean, these were people that were bringing help to nations, but I see that they look as though they are going to be needing help soon. And I just kind of see the issue in Russia and Ukraine getting worse. The Lord is demanding for us to really intercede. We don't need to wait until calamity befall our own land. The Bible says, pray for the peace of Jerusalem. In its peace you will also find peace. It's very important for us to look at those that are perishing within certain region and intercede for them. It is part of our Lord and our portion. But I think that especially the Asia, the China, they are ready for a revival. This was a nation that resisted the gospel. This was a nation that it was hard to really give expression to God. Everything is marginalized. And I think right now it's time for them to open their arms for the King of Peace to come in. You can never have peace when you reject the King of Peace. And I see that seriously we are going to be needing missionaries that are going to be sent to those regions. I see their laws are going to be changed very soon to be quite easy for missionaries to come into the country. And seriously speaking, for us at home in Nigeria, I remember the last Shekinah, which was the day of our independence as Nigeria, also the day of the birth of Nasarawa state. Coincidentally, I spoke about some prophetic things about the state and about Nigeria, and I'm still saying Nigeria is right now at a point of decision. And I'm telling you the truth, whatever we decide right now is going to be our destiny and the will of God for us for the next 10 years. And it's quite unfortunate that right now the Lord has moved, and that every structure of the sector of rulership in this country, God has given unto us a David. But oftentimes when God gives a David, people go for Saul. And I'm saying this because I love you. I'm saying this because I'm part of the voices that God has empowered. I'm trying to let you understand that we understand the agenda of God. The kingdom of God cannot find expression when unrighteous rulers govern. The kingdom of God is going to be resisted when we have leaders that are anti-God. Light and darkness have no affiliation. And whether we like it or not, the boundaries lines have been drawn. Are you for us or are you against us? I say this to the doomness of many. Next year is going to be a surprise and a shock to many. But as you see a lot of chaos, as you see a lot of riot, as you see a lot of breakout in diverse regions, and I'm telling you the truth, if you are not careful, there's going to be a lot of shedding of blood again. And I see another kind of set that are going to emerge. It's going to be a political set that is going to be designed to be able to fight against a tide of a movement that has risen. I'm seeing increased level of killings, increased level of kidnapping that is going to happen within high political cadres. I see a need for us to tighten and increase our security. It's not just about creating all kinds of lockdown and the rest. No. We need to be able to intercede, because I say the attack is going to happen within 2 regions. It's going to be both physically and spiritual. But I see so much is going to happen within the east and within the middle belt. And I want us to be alert, both as intercessors and both as watchers. Also, next year is going to be a little bit hard. I'm sorry to see all of this, as I'm telling you. I see a lot of hunger, a lot of famine. There's going to be so much famine next year. So much famine. I know many of you have already observed the issue we have been having in the economy. The recession is a global thing. It's not Nigeria alone that is feeling it, is everywhere. NAIRA keep on failing. Dollar seems to gain strength, but in their country, dollar is failing. I want you to understand that every economy is crashing right now. And it's a plan to introduce an order. They are planning to crash everything to introduce an order. But I see a great need for us to align to Joseph in this season. Because there are people that God is going to give unto them the wisdom to save us from this current challenge for the next 7 years. The determination of us as a country is actually supposed to be a 7-year thing, but it's going to last for at least 10 years. Whatever we decide, we're going to feel the impact of it for the next 7 years. It's going to get worsened to the 10th year. And what I'm trying to let you also understand is this: there are people that God has given unto them credible wisdom as Joseph to be able to circumvent us from the ship that is about to capsize. And it's wisdom for us as kings to beckon unto those Joseph and make them to become prime ministers, so that the whole economy, the whole country, the whole nation should hearken unto them. Right now, the kings and the nations are having dreams, and they are seeing how much more of a mene tekelu fasi the situation is. There is an exemption for you. There is an exemption for me. God is going to begin to initiate divine relationship for us in this season that is going to help us and strengthen us. And God is going to begin to give many of us wisdom for creativity. I see many innovations spring out. I see a lot of creativity. We are going to be in bad times, but I see sourcing businesses prosper. And I'm saying this because God is going to begin to breathe certain ideas upon your heart and certain things that you ought to do. I see them prosper even in this season, although the economy is going to be bad. We need to pray for our families strongly, because from now till next year, I see a lot of family having a lot of issues. A lot of them. The devil is going to be so hard on that. So hard. There's going to be an attack on relationships. An attack. Whether divine relationship leading to marriage, whether a relationship with people, whether a family affair, there's going to be serious level of chaos that will happen. Now it's time for us to guard ourselves. Now it's time for us to subscribe to the wisdom of God for survival and sustainability in this time. God is going to help us.